FPL family, welcome back to another team selection with the FPL community. Today I have the brand new YouTubers, brand new FPL TikTokers, and the FPL graduates. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, no worries, man. I love your content, love their stuff. 88 subscribers right now on YouTube. Let's see if we can get them to 100 before Game Week 2. Give these guys a quick scenario of what your YouTube is like.
So it is a lot of arguing, I'm not going to lie, which is quite entertaining. We make videos analysing different teams, different players, and basically telling you who we should get in, who shouldn't get in, and basically really getting down to the nitty-gritty of FPL.
Love it. I honestly love your guys' stuff. Like they said, they break down players one by one. They break down squads, see how they perform. Great analysis. Check them out. Let's get them to 100 before Game Week 2. And let's see how you guys did last week. Now that was good, man.
That was
You banged it.
All right, 71 points, guys. What a huge performance. I don't know which one of you guys' squad this is, but man, what a great way to start the season.
Yeah, so it was my team going, I think it was on like the Thursday before. I've changed it a little bit, but I finished up on 70 points. You finished up on 72?
Yeah, I got 72 points this week. Quite buzzing.
So yeah, we had quite similar teams. It was just the odd player here and there that changed the scoring.
Huge, yeah. The little things that kind of jump out in your squad, of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, well, with Trent, like obviously Liverpool looked shaky defensively recently, but a lot of the FPL community been panicking a lot, and you just got to be patient with players like that because he is going to concede, yes, but he provides more attacking returns than most midfielders in FPL. So keep it calm, keep him in the team. Don't worry about him too much. He will return.
Yeah, he's got Chelsea as well next game, and watching them tonight against Brighton, they can't defend across to save their lives. Who's crossing the ball in? It's either Trent or Robertson, so he's going to have a field day. I would literally bet a lot of money that he'll return next week.
Yeah, literally, like if you look at Kepa's performance, he is the flappiest keeper I've ever seen in my life.
You see that goal they scored today? That goal that went underneath his arm?
Oh yeah, it's so bad. Yeah.
Is it just a confidence thing? Anyway, that's for another day. But yeah, he is struggling. And I'm with you guys. Got to ride him out with the ups and downs. I honestly think that this is the best thing that could have happened in Game Week 1 because now a lot of people are going to struggle going to their wild card so early. And they're like, why would I get TAA if I can get Robertson? And they're going to switch him out. And hopefully that's better.
I've seen a lot of people have been considering the wild cards, trying to shoehorn different players that have played well this week. Obviously, it's Game Week 1. No one really knows who's starting, who's going to be playing week in, week out. So you've got to ride it out for 2-3 weeks, make them smart transfers and get the players in who you trust. You've got to go with your gut at the end of the day, really.
Definitely. And also you're missing 4 teams worth of information as well this week, like Game Week 1. So I definitely would not wildcard anytime soon for me.
Salah, 40 points, man. What a better one. Can you ask for a better captaincy? I don't know if I've ever had someone hit 20 like that.
Yeah. Wow. Like, obviously, to be honest, everyone was either Aubameyang or Salah. So we picked Salah because of the stats that we've seen, and obviously it's paid off. So absolutely buzzing with it. Couldn't have had a better start to the year. Let's hope it's a good omen for the rest of the year.
Yeah, he looked on fire, really in form, and I think the same for Aubameyang. To fair, he looks really good, and he's I think going to be our captain next week as well. So both of them I think are must-haves right now, to be honest.
You know what I love about Salah from his game week, other than him scoring 3 goals? But I love the fact that after that volley he scored, like, first off, that was disgusting. Like, for someone to hit that volley like that. But the biggest thing for me is after he scored that, it was almost like Russell Crowe in Gladiator. He just sat there like, this is what I do, man.
He's like, I've done this. I'm more.
Yeah. He knows it's a business.
When you hit a shot, like, like when you're playing FIFA and someone hits a whirly and they don't even want to see the replay, and then you're like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. This guy's phenomenal. That's what Salah just did. Oh,
it just shows supreme confidence, and that is only good for the coming weeks because
100%.
Obviously coming up against Chelsea is a difficult fixture. If he is looking and playing how he is, he'll return again.
But you're right. If Salah, I think he had 9 shots last week, something like that.
That's ridiculous. If you're having 9 shots in a game.
Yeah. Especially against Chelsea when Kepa's save average is like 50%.
It's going to be hard for me not to captain him, honestly, the more I think about it.
I'm pretty set on Aubameyang, to be honest, because they're playing West Ham. And West Ham somehow look worse than every team currently. It's a shambles at that club, man.
15 shots. Newcastle had 15 shots. You can't tell me Aubameyang won't have a field day against West Ham.
He's going to score at least one. At least,
Put my money on it.
I'll be disappointed if he doesn't get more than like 15 points.
So we'll move on. I guess the other two things that stuck out are Werner and Richarlison. Obviously, Werner's first game didn't score, but was able to get an assist, FPL assist, that is. How do you guys think he looked today?
He looks sharp, the sharpest of the new signings, that's for sure. Unlucky maybe not to get a goal, but the talent is there to see firsthand. And if he doesn't, he'll definitely score within the next 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, he looked incredibly well. He's incredibly quick, as we know. He's always in the right position, which is always like calms down the nerves because getting an assist this week. It's not, to be honest, I'm not really too bothered about it.
He was the same as Trent Alexander-Arnold. I was kind of hoping that he would blink, just because I knew how many people wanted him.
His ownership is like nearly 50%.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people are going to be switching to like Martial this week, and so I was kind of hoping it would be a placeholder. And now that you just got an FPL assist, I'm kind of hoping people drop him. Because you're right, dude. I watched, like, especially on the counters. Do you see how fast and how dangerous he looked?
Yeah, like, they look really good.
And when all of those midfielders start gelling and start working together, the likes of Havertz, the likes of Ziyech, when they all start settling down, they'll start to make them passes. And I saw 4 or 5 opportunities where someone could have put him straight in through on goal.
It was just like Ross Barkley and Loftus-Cheek. Like, he just needs a bit more quality around him that will come when the injuries just fade away. Like, they didn't have Pulisic or Ziyech tonight, and they're 2 world-class players. So,
agreed. Yeah. So the last one you got on your squad, this is going to be way too long. I'll have to edit all this part out. But Richarlison, 2 points. Did you end up keeping him in your squad?
I didn't end up keeping him. I went to Mitrovic to free up some money, which was a good move in the end because he missed such a wide open goal in that game, man. I'd have been fuming if I owned him.
An absolute sterling sitter he missed.
Bad, but yeah.
He looked good though, other than finishing, which is the most important part.
All the Everton assets looked ridiculous. I'm surprised how well Everton played, and I genuinely do believe they're getting like top 6, top 7 this season because their midfield is stacked.
Oh my gosh,
looking at Alan, like he's playing, he's everywhere. And then you've got Doucouré and Andre Gomez, James Rodriguez, they've got so many good players.
You know what? I know this is where I want to go to, and I know this is your team, 71 points, phenomenal. Let's move on to who you're going to bring in because I want to talk about these Everton guys real quick because I'm with you guys. I didn't know how well they were going to perform together, but they destroyed Tottenham.
Yeah, Ancelotti's just such a fantastic manager. So he's like lured them in. He's got them playing well, it seems. Like that Everton team looked completely different from like years gone by. And it really, like, I just looked at their defense. They looked so defensively sound that game. Like, they didn't get threatened once. And it just made me think, like, should I take out Dyer for, like, Coleman? Or I was looking at Everton's defence in that game because they played that well.
I was literally, like, looking at the stats beforehand. They hadn't beaten a top 6 team in 6 years. They'd literally lost, like, 12, 13, 14 games. Yeah. And looking at that, they look like a top 6 team. They, like... It's ridiculous. Calvert-Lewin is a quality striker, and it's basically just spun my head. I had this whole plan in my head of what I was going to do, bringing a United asset, bringing a City asset, and now I'm looking at Everton. I'm like, that could be the way to go.
It could definitely. I think Digne, although his like XG and XA wasn't the best, like the guys on set pieces and with the defence that they're currently got, like it could be 2 bites of the cherry. And
yeah.
So tasty.
So tempting.
All right, so this is your squad. Now that we've talked about Everton for 10 minutes, what's your transfer plan? Where are you going for?
So for me, I had Son in instead of Greenwood in this team, and obviously Richarlison down to Mitrovic. So I had 1.5 in the bank to go from Son to Bruno Fernandes. And Monday night, Son's been taken out. I think the most transfers out this week so far. Oh. So I wasn't risking the price decrease because it would push me out the move otherwise. So Monday night after the Chelsea game, knowing that Werner didn't get injured yet anyway, hopefully, fingers crossed, I've gone from Son up to Bruno. So Aubameyang, Salah and Bruno in for game week 2.
Yeah, I've done a similar sort of thing where I'm getting Son out as well, but I'm bringing in Mason Greenwood and letting my funds just sitting there for a bit. I think I'm going to make the transfer based on what Solskjaer says in the pre-match interviews, because obviously there's a lot of controversy going around at the moment. I think unfairly against Mason Greenwood. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but pretty much 99% sure that Greenwood's going to be in my team come game week 2.
How much money in the bank are you going to have?
I'm going to have 1.5 in the bank, which means I'm going to be able to bring in, for the following game week, Aubameyang out and a City asset in, and then upgrading Dendonka to a 6.5 million player.
Nice. Any 6.5 million in particular? Traore, Foden?
I've already got Foden. So
nice.
You're going to be stacked.
I'm going to be stacked in that midfield area. It might be a case of Mateus Pereira maybe, because I love the bloke. He's a godsend.
Last up, I want to hear you guys, is for the viewers, I want to hear your top 3 players to watch come game week 2. Maybe not to bring in right away, but to have an eye on come the weekend.
Yeah, so the first player we're going for is Lucas Digne of Everton. Looking at him playing, he got the assist to Calvert-Lewin. He looks too good to ignore. Of course, premium asset in defence, but look at the Everton team. They dominated Tottenham. They looked unbelievable defensively and attacking. Like, what more could you want from a defender in FPL? I think he's going to bag points this season. I think Everton are going to do a madness.
Yeah, the best thing for me with a left back is, 1, how high up they get the pitch, and 2 is when they have a left wing who can create space for him.
Richarlison likes to cut in. He likes to be the focal point of the attack, although it is Dominic Calvert-Lewin who becomes the focal point. But that opens up so much space for Digne, and he loves getting crosses in. He's obviously got pedigree being at clubs such as Barcelona. Like, he's got that quality and experience of knowing where he's going to be. So get him in. He looks genuinely unbelievable.
A great run of fixtures as well for Everton.
Really good. After Manchester United.
That pick. Who's number 2?
So number 2, we're moving on to midfield. We're going with Daniel Podence of Wolves. Obviously, he's not a shoo-in for starting, so that could be a risk. But he's only owned by, I think, was it 0.4%? 0.4% of players. He got the assist for Wolves today against Sheffield United. The Wolves look good in general, and they're lacking depth as well. So you will see him get minutes, I believe.
Yeah, Wolves are looking incredibly dangerous. You see him completely take apart that Sheffield United defence in the first 15 minutes. And if they can continue any sort of form like that, they're going to get lots of points, especially Podence. He had his season last year of being rotated in. He's fully settled now into that Wolves team, so expect him to start a lot more than he did last season.
Yeah, I think first off, he had a 0.6 expected goal involvement per 90 last season. I know it was a short season for Wolverhampton, but for me, as far as the eye test goes, that take on that he had for that Jimenez assist, that was disgusting. That was nice. Yeah. And I think as far as him being rotated, obviously I'm not a Wolverhampton supporter, so I don't know too much. But the fact that they gave him the start in game week 1, I think that shows that he has earned the confidence in the second season. And I wouldn't say he's going to be a reoccurring starter, because again, I'm not sure. But I think it's a huge sign that he started game week 1. It's something to watch and come game week 2.
Yeah, obviously, if you're getting a starter for Wolves at 5.5 million, surely that's a no-brainer. They're going to be top 10 at least. They're going to score lots of goals against the teams lower down, and Podence will be involved in those goals. So it is a good option to have.
I love that pick. And just going into the fixtures, especially because you said not to pick them up right away, probably not, but to watch them. After this game week 2, this is the run of fixtures for Wolverhampton. West Ham, Fulham, Leeds, Newcastle, Crystal Palace.
Unreal.
That is literally the best run of fixture you could ask for.
Pretty much, I think.
Yeah. All right. So who's your third guy?
So our third player is a striker, and the name is Alexander Mitrovic at £6 million for a goal scorer who got 28 goals in the Championship last year. You can't look past him, and it's a player that you probably should be getting in now, because the fixtures that he's got, unbelievable for the next few game weeks. Whoa. Playing Leeds next week, they concede goals sometimes, so hopefully Mitrovic will return lots of goals, and if Fulham score, usually it's Mitrovic.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the people are worried because he obviously only came in off the bench, but that was due to him being out on international duty with Serbia and not being with the team and training enough. So when he did come on, he did look quite threatening against the Arsenal defence, and Arsenal were really like solid at the back. But yeah, I weren't expecting much more than a 1 pointer or a 2 pointer against Arsenal. Like if he did, I'd be buzzing. So it was these next run of fixtures that Fulham have got. That's where you're really going to see Mitrovic come into his own, and I believe he could maybe even score about 5 goals in the next few game weeks.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got potential to score a lot of goals. Obviously, when Fulham were in the Premier League before, he was scoring goals. So we'll expect the same thing from him. He's a Premier League proven striker at £6 million. I don't think you can get much better than that for that price point.
He had 26 goals last season. He had 11 last time they were in the Prem, and that was only when he was 23, so he's had a couple years to grow.
Yeah. When you're in a relegation battle and when you're up against it like Fulham, you have to have a selfish player in order to make sure you get them important goals. We've seen it time and time again. Teams go down if they don't have goal scorers, and you need that one focal point, that one man who's going to guarantee you goals, because if you don't have that, you may as well say bye to the Premier League.
Interesting pick. I kind of love it. As a potential Fulham supporter over here, I quite like that pick. I didn't think that you would go there, but dang.
Hey, we went there.
We went there. Look at FPL graduates are not scared to mention the players that other people are scared to talk about. All right. Thanks, FPL graduates, for joining me on episode 2 of Team Selection with the FPL Community. Dude, it was a pleasure having you guys on, man. You guys were awesome. Again, I love your guys' YouTube content. That will be down low in the description. Please, let's get them to 100 subscribers before the end of the week. TikTok as well will be down there. They're blowing up on TikTok right now as well. FPL graduates, I'll turn the time over to you. Say whatever you want and kind of give a plug for yourself.
Yeah, well, obviously, thank you for having us on. We have really both enjoyed ourselves on this YouTube channel. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube, the Twitter, the TikTok. We'll be providing content every week. So
multiple times a week. TikTok's daily, even sometimes more than once a day. So yeah, go check us out.
Sweet. Yeah, check them out. They're awesome. I love their content. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and we'll try to have you guys on again and do another episode with the FPL graduates.
Be down to coming back on.
I always love bringing on player or another FPL managers who outscore me every week and rub it in my face, and I try to conceal how much I hate them for the weekend. No, I love their stuff. Subscribe to them. They are fantastic. They will provide daily content on TikTok, weekly content on YouTube. Check them out in the description. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe to FPL Graduates. They're awesome. Have a beautiful week and stay safe. FPL Graduates and the Don out.
See you later.
Side note, I hope that some of the stuff I say translates well in England and doesn't sound like a curse word, you know?